And there's so many other points and layers and facets to it. But I can't imagine going back to being I was never really an evil person, but somewhat of a worldly person. I'm a lot less worldly than I used to be. I mean, I have weak worldly things I do, but, I certainly know those things aren't overall good for my heart and soul and body and spirit. I don't know. I'm very reflective now, trying to make this point that's there, but as soon as it comes in my mind, I lose it again because it's such a, large thought. I'm trying to simplify it as best I can. It's just that I know what I'm saying is the truth. I know I've done my homework and research history and human activity, and I know we have some very bad people in control. They're playing God. They want to be omnipresent. They're playing God with genetic engineering. They're playing God with the surveillance. They're playing God with our families. They're trying to reorder things. And it's a hatefulness. It's a selfishness. They're so into themselves and power that they want to hurt others just for wickedness' sake, so they're not happy and so they don't have great lives. And I think good people, or people that are half decent, have to have the will to be able to face the dark side and realize that that's really there. We like to try to see our reflection in the world and imagine that people in the system are like us, but it really isn't. And it's like a frequency, or it's like a transmission, and the evil is just growing and growing and growing, but good is also growing and growing and growing to counter it. But our enemies are very, very ruthless. But adults that you see out there are like children. I know everybody remembers being 2 or 3 years old, 5 years old maybe, and imagining you had an imaginary friend, imagining that you were a captain of a spaceship, or you were Paul Revere, or you were John Wayne, and you're out there imagining how great you are and marching around with your chest out feeling powerful. When I was about 3, I was in the backyard doing this by myself, and it was a sunny day and beautiful, and I went, whoa, there's a whole universe. I'm a tiny island of consciousness, and I'm connected to all of this, and I'm imagining this. I'm living in a delusion. I am posing to myself. Posers pose to themselves first. They get into it. You see little girls in, Barbie outfits and fake jewels, and feeling all, and acting all worldly. And I'm not even saying that that's evil. That's part of being a child, is imagining, so that in the real world you can build towards that as a creator made in the image of God. A little creator. And so what happens is all these adults, the BMW, the dressing stylishly, the acting cool, the yuppies walk around downtown, look at each other, oh, you're pathetic, look at you, and they go, oh, you're pathetic, and it's all about insecurity, and it's all about, oh, I'm being dominant, oh, I'm feeling so good. On the hierarchy of needs, they never knew that helping people, building something, building the species, being part of the species in one endless chain, that I don't die, I go on forever through the species as long as it goes on. The great threat is death of the species, suicide of the species, that the elite is engineering. That must be stopped. I don't die. I go on through the genetics of my children. And the fact that the elites with the GMO and the rest of it are changing our DNA and warping it, and that's been admitted in thousands of studies, literally thousands, go look it up. That is the great crime. And so my instincts, my basic programming, all of that development that goes back into the eons, in this creation, cries out against that, and we have a natural allergy, a natural resistance to this tyranny, and I believe it's going to explode in ways the elite can't even imagine. And I want the yuppies. No amount of fur coats, no amount of BMWs is going to make you happy. I'm not saying you can't have a fur coat or a BMW. It's just that's not your God. That isn't what fulfills you. That's just safe transportation with a titanium cage. Okay? It isn't about the trappings. It isn't about the bling. It's about the soul. It's about the mind. It's about the universe. It's about the moon and a blue sky. It's about the deep, beautiful oceans. It's about the creation all around you, and that you're meant to guard it and build it and construct and make something good. That is what humanity's all about, and none of us are perfect, but we need to reach for the beauty, reach for the beautiful, reach for the divine, instead of falling back into this destructive dark system. You will not be fulfilled by the evil. You will be fulfilled by the good. And it takes a great struggle to escape the vortex, the gravitational pull of the primitive hardwired instincts You have to escape that gravitational pull and get without it, and then you will see that you're part of a larger universe and have unlimited potential through the species and through your spirit. Getting all into the esoteric here, but we are out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there and fight the New World Order. Realize we can defeat these people. Realize we can bring them down. I want to thank the crew. Great job, and we'll see you back next this Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. out of the other studio, just on the radio, and back next Monday. I'm going to try to do the show all 4 hours out of here, and we'll go for 2 hours live at prisonplanet.tv. If you're listening on audio, go get a prisonplanet.tv membership. It looks great, and we're upgrading it all the time, and it funds our entire operation. I'm Alex Jones signing off this December 12th, 2008 test transmission, and I think went rather well. God bless.